This is the Michelangelo Signorile Show on Sirius XM OutQ 108.
Welcome back. I'm Michelangelo Signorile on Sirius XM OutQ 108. Alvin McEwen is a blogger and an editor of a blog called Holy Bullies and Headless Monsters. And you can go there online, holybulliesandheadlessmonsters.blogspot.com. He also has blogged for Pam Spalding at pamshouseblend.com and certainly is very active online and gets mentioned on a lot of the blogs that we go to all the time. He put up a post today that was quite, for a lot of people, quite shocking in the sense that this Facebook group would be organizing to make a cyber attack on the gay community, a secret Facebook group of religious conservatives. Now, after he posted about it, he learned about it from an anonymous source. They apparently disbanded. The group includes some very prominent people, and Alvin McEwen joins me now to talk about it. Welcome to the program.
Hey, long-time fan of yours. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm glad we're able to have you on the program.
Yeah,
I read your stuff all the time.
Oh, thank you.
So tell us a bit about this Facebook group and how you came to know about it.
Well, I guess I do have a couple of fans on Facebook, and one of them emailed me, and this person was talking about this group that's a secret group, and they were concerned about some of the things that they were doing and they were talking about. And the person sent me some information, and at first I was like, okay, I'm going to look at this. And gradually, I pretty much saw, I was like, oh my gosh, this is interesting. There was a portion there about getting Facebook sites removed, pro-Facebook sites removed, flagging them multiple times.
Pro-gay Facebook sites.
Exactly. And then jamming organizations. See, the anti-gay side's got this ridiculous idea that, our community's following some game plan that was out in a book called After the Ball. That's a meme that they pretty much say about us for the longest time, even though the majority of us have never even heard of the book.
Oh, and that book was written by like two gay conservatives. And
Kirk Madsen.
Right. It was all about, be good little boys and girls and, we'll get this whole thing done if we just all act like gay Republicans, which I don't think is the case. So I don't know why they think we're following that book.
What they do is they take the portions of the book that sound like some plot out of a James Bond movie, and they say, well, look, this is happening, and they'll draw out all these things that have taken place and said, it's according to this, it's according to that. And it's so funny because they don't even say, well, when did they meet to decide these things? When did gays meet to decide this is what they're going to do? And they don't name anybody. It's like a big group effort. To them, we're not individuals. We're like a big, some type of Borg character, from Star Trek.
So this Facebook group, just explain a little bit about what a secret Facebook group is all about. Were you able to go and look at it, but you couldn't be a part of it? Or is it secret in the sense that nobody can even see it?
Well, it's secret that nobody can see it except for the people who are members.
I see.
But the person who gave me the information, that person's a member.
Right.
And they were concerned about the stuff that they were doing.
So that person gave you access to it?
Well, access, I wouldn't say access, but she pretty much clipped certain things from the book.
Right, because you have screenshots of it.
Yes, I have. Yeah, I've got screenshots of a lot of different things that they've said and they've planned. I have the mission statement in which they actually talk about. I'm always amazed when people basically do underhanded things and actually plan, like, okay, this is what we're going to do. Because I'm from the I'm from the old school. You don't brag about, the underhanded evil things that you're going to do, have some style, but these people didn't have any style. They're like, okay, this one thing they're saying also with countering their message with facts. They're talking about us gays. We will use their tactics of ganging up on their comments and pages and report and flag it multiple times to get them removed. Their goal was to get pro-gay pages removed from Facebook by just pretty much reporting them. And it said the goal is to assemble at least 50 to 100 people and keep adding more warriors.
So this would be an online army of people who would descend upon a blog or an entity like Facebook or whatever and just jam it with all kinds of comments. If it's a pro-gay article, criticize it. If it's an anti-gay article, defend it and praise it.
Also on Facebook, report it. And also there are some members who, and this is the second thing that really caught me by surprise. There are some prominent members of the religious right that were pretty much using this site and says, okay, I got this article right here. Go on this page and just jam it with positive comments about it.
So these prominent people, prominent writers, leaders of groups maybe, other pundits, would tell the group, here's an article I wrote, now go and support it.
Exactly.
And go and back it. And you said that the person who gave you the information was disturbed by their coming plans, and that's why I decided to share the information, which was to bombard physicians and school boards.
The person was pretty much looking at the stuff and pretty much making copies of it. But that definitely. Let me see. Pretty much what they want. What someone did is they're like. This is what one person wrote. Hey, Truth for Time members, I was wondering if you could help me out with something. My favor is to ask. Involves looking up 12 doctor's offices and school boards in your local area, then look at their websites to have one to find their contact information, then post these contact emails in the comment section of this document. They have this Truth for Time thing has like a document full of anti-gay material, just junk, Paul Cameron, that sort of thing. And what they wanted to do was that they wanted to pretty much post the email and send propaganda to these folks.
Right, to physicians and school boards.
Yeah, and they have this site called terribletruthwordpress.com, and what that is that's just what the religious right does. When they find something negative about the gay community and health-wise, they pretty much blast it. A lot of times they blast information that gays have negative health problems. Of course, they always omit, like in the case of HIV/AIDS, it's already been said that one of the reasons why HIV/AIDS is a problem in the gay community is because of homophobia, and homophobia leads to a lack of trust of doctors, and gays and lesbians just don't have enough trust to give proper information, or they fear their doctor.
Right.
So it's not, the religious right, these organizations, this organization in particular, they are pushing this idea that the negative health choices of gays and lesbians is because of the sexual orientation, but no legitimate study, physician, researchers ever said that.
Right.
And
of course.
They deliberately, and this is not accident, because I've seen this happen too many times.
Oh, yeah.
They deliberately omit the information. But, and that thing bothered the person who sent me the information and bothered me, because I remember a couple of years ago, there was this awful thing called Facts About Youth, where they sent all this awful information to these school districts. And one of the things they sent was like this information that said gay men wallow in feces. And I'm thinking, you sending this thing to a school board, and you want school board, and children are going to listen to that, and they're going to hate them. Just awful stuff.
Well, and then that stuff really bubbles up to even people who are politicians. I mean, I've had on this program Stacey Campfield, the senator from Tennessee, who spouted all that, and then that other guy who died shortly after the interview, Forrester from North Carolina. They were pushing all of this propaganda as well. So it bubbles up to politicians.
Yeah, funny you should mention it. A politician is on this list. You see, also, and that was one thing that really I had to be slow about this because it did spook me a bit. The person sent me, since the person is a member of the group, I guess it's perfectly all right. I didn't steal this information. They sent me a list of all the people who were in the group, who were added in the group.
So you got the list of all the people in the group, and you said that Many of them are not public figures, so you're not going to release their names.
No.
But then you said there are a bunch of them, and I went through the list. I just want to go through it again. A Fox News pundit, former employer
right.
of Concerned Women for America, Family
That's right.
Research Council, prominent member of the American Family Association, long-term anti-gay activist, prominent members of the so-called ex-gay movement, college professors from right-wing university, a member of a state legislature, members of prominent anti-marriage equality group. I mean, some of these I can guess at who it might be, but are you prepared to tell us who any of those people are?
Well, the thing is that these are public figures, so I don't see any problem with basically saying that these people are on this list. They can't sue me for it because they're public figures. And the thing is that these people on this list, now, if they have been taken off or they had asked to be taken off, then that's something that they should explain to folks.
Right.
So I have no problems with basically saying, in terms of public figures, because I'm familiar with libel laws, and I'm not telling anything that's not true here. I have proof of everything, and I sent it out to two different individuals, and I have a copy of it myself.
Well, and it's public information. They were in a group. Anybody in that group has the right to talk about who's on the list.
Yeah, so even though it's a private group.
Right. But so who will you tell us about the Fox News pundit?
Well, now, see, that one kind of spooks me because I don't mess with that network with a crucifix. I wouldn't mess with them people with a crucifix. I'm like, you got to pray on that one. You got to let Jesus know. I know some folks probably don't believe, but you got to let Jesus put his hands on them folks.
Well, who are you prepared to tell us about?
Okay, first of all, Sally Kern.
Sally Kern is the state legislator.
Yes.
The Oklahoma legislator who I had on this program as well.
She was
anti-gay and has pushed all of the same propaganda.
The founder added, I'm not going to tell who the founder of the group is because he is a private person, but he added her 4 months ago. By the way, there are 6 administrators of this group, and I can at least give you the name of 3. Ryan Sorba, he was the one he's writing a book, by the way.
Now, he was the one who spoke at CPAC and attacked gay people from the stage a couple of years ago.
Like I said, their names on this list. If this is an incorrect list, that's for them to say. Peter LaBarbera, he's an administrator.
Peter LaBarbera's an administrator.
Yes. Michael Brown is an administrator.
Now, Peter LaBarbera, of course, for those who don't know, he is with Americans.
Porno Petey.
Porno Pete, as he's called, from Americans for Truth, anti-gay group where he goes undercover to expose gay sexual activities, but then he actually wears leather and stuff to go into.
Does he really wear leather? Because I've never seen him. I mean, that's rumors, but I've never seen him wear leather. I mean, the idea of him.
Well, he's gone to leather events. We're assuming that he has, if he was able to get in and not and be discreet. But
I can name.
Michael Brown, you said.
Yeah, Michael Brown is the guy who wrote A Queer Thing Happening to America. He's been getting a name lately. He's got a column in One News Now. He's an administrator of the group. Let's see. I'm naming names. I might as well name a couple more if that's a problem.
Yes, please do.
Okay, now. Like I said, these names are on the list, and if they have a problem with the list, that's them. I can send this out. Scott Lively's on the list.
Oh, my God. I can't believe these people would associate with him.
He was added 4 months ago by the founder. Bradley Dean's on the list.
Oh, he was just on the show a couple of weeks ago. I feel like these are the best of the Signorile show of the right wing here.
Well, hold on to your hula hoops. I'm about to give you 3 names that you're going to love. And when I give you one name, you're going to know who the other 2 is. See, it says here, Jennifer Roback Morse, Ph.D., Ruth Institute. She was added 4 months ago. So, and you know who the Ruth Institute is affiliated with.
No, who's that?
National Organization for Marriage.
Okay.
Maggie Gallagher was added 4 months ago.
Is she on the list?
Yep. Brian Brown was added 4 months ago.
Wow.
I could send you this.
Please send me the list.
Phyllis Schlafly was added 4 months ago.
I can't believe that they would all be in the same list as Scott,
I don't know.
as Scott Lively. Do they all know who else is on the list?
Well, I don't think they care. This is the thing. I think, see, the young man who started this group, he's not known. But I think what happened is that he's got 5 other administrators. And 3 of those, Ryan Silver, Peter LaBarbera, Michael Brown, I think they pretty much have connections. And with those connections, they were able to talk other people into being on the list. Let's see who else. Joseph Farah of WorldNet Daily is on the list.
He's been on the show, too.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, brother, I hope I don't get in trouble. All right, now, if I get sued, I hope y'all got a defense fund or something people who are listening to this thing. I'm serious. I don't think I'm going to get sued, but it will be interesting.
Well, here's
if
the
I
thing.
know them, they'll ignore it. They'll try to ignore. Well,
I don't think a face group, private or not, is a private, in that these people are in a public space with other people. Do they all click something saying that they're going to, keep this information confidential and not say the names of anybody else in the group?
The founder has said, that's the one who I'm not going to say his name because, he's private. He has basically said that, let's see what he said. He said, this is a secret group. The main focus of this group is to become familiar with the document section and use it to counter the comments made by, they love this word, homosexualists. They'll either call us homosexualists or sodomists. They think of something. They just pick up some freaky names. I mean, just crazy stuff. Oh, and Linda Harvey's on the list.
Oh, Linda Harvey, too.
It's like, what's so ironic about this list? The people who come out of, Regina Griggs, Brian Kamaker from Mass Resistance, of course, Matt Barber's on the list. Here I am just running my mouth. I said, I'm not going to reveal it. The next thing you know, I'm just telling all the business. But anyway, the comical thing about this is that the only people who seem to be coming out of this thing looking like a rose.
Now, I just played a clip a little while ago from Matt Barber, and I played 2 others, and I said, I wonder if all these 3 are on the list. One was Brian Fisher. Is he on the list?
Brian who?
Brian Fisher.
Oh, see, that's what I was about to say. The funniest thing is that the only people who come out looking like a rose is Brian Fisher and some members of the Family Research Council, because none of them are on the list.
Oh, none of them. What about Cindy Jacobs?
No.
All right.
Judith Reisman, she's always got this thing on the Kinsey Institute. She's on the list. Don Stefanowicz, she's the one who's been going around talking about how same-sex households are not good because apparently her father abused her in certain things and that sort of thing, and I'm surprised. She was at it 4 months ago. Let me do it. Oh, well, then I think that's about, in terms of this guy who was pretty much been in, Robert Knight, long time.
Oh, yeah. We've had him on the show, too.
Oh, you poor thing. I was able to talk to him
This
once.
is like down memory lane on the Signorile show. Of right-wing crazies.
He once told me, as much as he's basically cited Paul Cameron, I once basically corralled him and asked him, why does he keep citing this man even though he knows he's discredited? And he told me that I was obsessed with Paul Cameron. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. See, who else? I'm hoping this is the right man who, now see, I don't know if this is the right person, but how many Gary Gwyns are there?
Wow.
One from Lenore Renyu College, so just in case it's not the Gary Gwynn that's running for Senate, this is the Gary Gwynn from
we're coming up to the top of the hour, and we're going to have to finish our conversation. Is there any one more name on there that you've got to get out?
I think that's about it. I think that's enough to knock everybody on their behind.
Right. Well, listen, this has really been very informative. Thank you, Alvin McEwen. You can all go and read his blog, Holy Bullies and headlessmonsters.blogspot.com. Read all about this plot, this plan, this secret group, and we're going to talk more about this.
This is the Michelangelo Signorile Show on Sirius XM OutQ 108.